1 and 2, so chapter 1, everything was already due. Tonight we have 2.1 due for the qualitative data, that one was 8 questions. So that one's due tonight. If you haven't finished it yet, be sure you go through and finish that one. And then 2.2, what we talked about last Wednesday, that's going to be due on Wednesday at midnight, along with the quiz covering both of those sections. So those are all the things coming up this week. We're talking about 3.1 today. That won't be due until next Monday, but go ahead and get started on it as long as you've got those finished. And then the project we talked about last time, if you want to go ahead and attempt that. It's not due until right before our test, but the sooner you do it, the sooner I can get it graded and you can get some feedback. So, all right, so before we start talking on Chapter 3, does anybody have questions on any of the problems from Chapter 2's homework or quiz? So Chapter 3, now we're going to summarize data numerically rather than graphically. So we're going to go through and talk about how to calculate a summary for each of these. The first one in 3.1 is measures of central tendency. Where's the middle of our data set going to be? And this is only going to be used for quantitative data mostly. So usually with measures of central tendency, those are our 3 M's, the mean, the median, and the mode. So we're going to start off with just talking about the mean. They say it's the arithmetic mean. That's the mean most people use. There's also a geometric mean, but we're not going to talk about that. In this class, they use that more in like calculus and stuff. So here, our first definition will just say the mean. Mean. Sorry, my pen isn't working for some reason. My window is off and I can't get to my window screen. The mean. And the mean is when most people say the average, they are talking about the mean. That's where you add everything up and divide by how many of them there are. I'm sure you've probably done that before. We do need to make the distinction in this class between whether we're dealing with a population or a sample because they use different notation. They have the same formula, but the notation is going to be different, and the notation is going to make a big deal or be a big deal later on down the road. So right now, if we're talking about the population, everybody, that's going to be mu. So this is going to be the, I don't know why I wrote that down twice, but population, arithmetic mean, it's mu. It looks like a cross between an M and a U. It's the lowercase Greek letter mu, and that's going to be a theme throughout this whole textbook. Whenever we have something talking about the population, a parameter, it's going to be a Greek letter, and then whenever we're talking about a sample, it's going to be